Okay, thank you. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Momentum Learning AP Pre-Calculus Exam Prep Open House. This is Mr. Akpinar. Today, January 27th, 2024. So this is an open house. We're going to talk about what is AP Pre-Calculus look like, and then we're going to talk about the exam and what we're going to study, and we're going to talk a little bit with the Canvas, the online portal. First of all, let me introduce myself. This is Mr. Akpinar. I have a bachelor degree in maths and minor degree in science. I'm also an IBDB teacher from Toronto University, and also I'm a certified teacher trainer. So it's been a long time I'm teaching maths, especially in high school. That's my focus for PreCalculus, AB and BC. I'm teaching in a public school in Austin. By the way, hey to you from Austin, Texas. Okay, so it's been a while, as I said, during that time, I was also teaching some kids who are talented, so like BMO Balkan International Math Olympiads. I have prepared kids for international math Olympiads. Also, we had some competitions we have been part of, like Math Counts, AMC, 8 and 12. Currently, I'm in a public school working, and I have been also heading the position for math department as head of math department and vice principal as well. That's me. I like to watch movies. I'm a fan of lots of series and love solving logical games like puzzles. I hope we're gonna have a really good time for the following semester. That's all about me. We're gonna know each other time to time. We're gonna talk. So first of all, before starting, let's be sure that you are in correct section and you're interested in the correct class. So this is AP Pre-Calculus Exam Prep. It means that if you are currently taking AP Calculus, Pre-Calculus, that's you are in a correct place. So if you are not taking this course yet, you can consider this course for the next time. So typically Pre-Calculus, AP Pre-Cal or Pre-Calculus, it's a year-long course. However, we are planning to focus just the exam. So we're gonna have a look. We're gonna cover every topic, and then we're gonna focus to tests. Saturday is 3:30, 5:30 p.m. from February 3rd to April 27th. It's about 3 months, right? And we have no class date for March 9th. As I said, prerequisites, you are supposed to be taking AP Pre-Calculus currently. AP Pre-Calculus or Pre-Calculus, it's fine. Okay, class description. You can, when you have time, you can read that. What we're gonna do, we are using the portal, which is Canvas. I guess you have an invitation and you have already created the course on Canvas. So you're gonna have homework weekly. I guess it's gonna be maximum 45 to 60 minutes, not more than an hour. I'm gonna upload the tests and assignments. You're gonna be able to download, or you can work online and you can turn in your homework. So what is the exam date? It is May 13th. By the way, during the course, we are going to provide you 2 mock tests for AP Pre-Calculus. You know that this is the first time they are giving this test. There are a lot of questions how it looked like. So we're gonna learn together. But somehow we have some ideas, we gather some information, and you're gonna have 2 mock tests during the year, during the semester. So let's talk a bit exam format. I'm gonna talk it a little bit since it's a new test. We're gonna see all together. Okay, I wanna talk for Canvas. Canvas is very beautiful portal. So once you click on your Momentum Learning credentials, you're gonna see a dashboard. You can see a link at the middle, join your class live. It's a Zoom link that you can join to my class. All the classes will be on Zoom, no other portal. And Canvas is the portal we are using. We can share the documents with you. Weekly, I'm gonna update. You see week 1, week 2, week 3. You're gonna see some details. What are those? So you're gonna see the handbook, the handout, the paper, the worksheet that we are working together during the class. Second, you're gonna see the homework of the week. In the third, you're gonna have choice. You are going to be a kind of answer key for the homework. But this time we're gonna make a multiple choice test. So once you click ABCDs, it's gonna be automatically you're gonna get answers. So if you haven't yet received Canvas invite, please let us know and then we can send you once more the invitation. Here it is. You see, it looks like the handout, lesson one, homework, and by the end of the class, if you are missing a class, so you're gonna have a chance to watch the videos, look at the recording, and then you can work on your own. When you click on modules, you can see all together everything. Okay, so this is the contact email address and website, momentumlearning.org, and here it is the office number. Do you have any questions so far? I would like to share with you another presentation, which is very crucial, I guess. You need to know some details about the test before starting the test. What is AP Pre-Cal? I don't know, have you ever taken AP test before, like AP Computer Science or Fundamentals or AP Biology? Kevin Olu Arvet, have you taken any AP course, AP tests before?
No,
No?
no.
Okay. If it's gonna be your first time, so there are some it's not like a kind of AMC or it's not like a math counts, it's not like algebra. You're gonna see a lot of information. So it's slightly different. So let me start my presentation. We can talk. Okay, introducing AP Pre-Cal. This is an official introducing page. So you can have a look at the website, College Board. College Board is the institution which organized gives the tests. Question, why offer AP Pre-Calculus? I guess this is important. Guys, college math represents a frustrating barrier to success. What does it mean? So a lot of kids, here there is a ratio, you see, looking across all majors, 40% of college students lack sufficient math in high school to enroll in college level math course. What does it mean? Most of them are having really difficulty and they switch their major. They prefer to non-STEM major because of their lack of I could say they don't feel confident and then they have lacks of a lot of pre-cal or calculus knowledge. It's a very big ratio, right? 40%. Okay, how will AP pre-calculus make difference? So more time, what does mean more time? During the year, you are going to have 140 hours of contact time in high school. If this is a class in college, you're gonna have just 48 hours. The same topic, the same chapter, the same curriculum, you're gonna have in college in 48 hours. If you get it now, it's gonna be 140 hours. So you're gonna have more chance to practice as well. Number two, I'm skipping number three, motivation. So many students are, the point is here to earn a credit, right? So the question is how you're gonna gain credits. We're gonna talk it in the next slide. Who should take AP Pre-Calculus? Okay, maybe you are thinking, do I really need this or not? You know, it is started last year's, but 1, 2 years ahead. This is the first time they are giving the test. Is it really important? Are you paying attention or you are wasting the time? That's the question. Who should take AP Pre-Calculus? First of all, if you have already taken Algebra 1 in grade 8 or grade 9, you're good. You're good. So there is no prerequisite, but it is encouraged that if you have Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2, that's the correct pathway. I'm going to show the pathway, by the way. Preparation for AP Calculus. Half of American students take Algebra 1 prior to 9th grade, which is 8th grade. While many of these students aspire to take calculus in high school, many are not ready. What does it mean? So they have still Algebra 1, Algebra 2, but they need preparation. That's why we call it pre-AP class. So students who take AP pre-calculus before the senior year, they will be much better prepared for success in AP calculus. Okay, guys, the point is here AP calculus, right? So the previous step is pre-calculus. Pre-calculus, a lot of information you're gonna see, trigonometry, ratios, functions, their attributes, they are all building a knowledge, make you ready for AP calculus. That's why pre-calculus is very important, guys. Okay, so here's a sample math pathways. Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, AP Pre-Calculus, or AP Pre-Calculus, it can be AB or BC, or AP Statistics, or you can get Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and then Geometry, and then like AP Pre-Cal, calculus AB or BC. Or the last pathway, there are some schools they are offering this in the second year. They offer geometry and algebra together. In the 11th grade, I could say year 3 high school, they start with AP PreCal and then calculus AB. In the next year, calculus BC or AB statistics. Okay, I would like to ask which pathway you're following. Kevin, which pathway you are in the first or in the second or in third?
I'm in third right now.
Albert, what do you think? Which you are in? The first, second, or the third pathway?
I'm in the
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So I have kids that are taking algebra in 8th grade, by the way. They are accelerating geometry during the summer. So they have a lot of, there are a lot of high schools, the online high schools you can accelerate, or you can take EA exam by credit or CB kind of credit by exam. There are a lot of opportunities you can take during the summer if your school allowing, of course, it depends on which school. And then in 10th grade, algebra 2, in 11th grade, you can take PreCal. In senior year, you can take AB calculus, AB or BC, depending on. And AP statistics, if you haven't thought, I strongly advise take it. It's not so difficult though, I have to say. Okay, this is the pathway for maths. Okay, credit and placement. That is the most important part, guys. Again, the point is here, getting a credit, a college credit, right? So do AP Pre-Calculus class, does it give credit for college or not? For now, Pre-Calculus fulfills all math requirements. Okay, very good, including the major of public institutions. However, most highly selective colleges do not treat pre-calc as a college level course. It means that it doesn't give a college credit. It's not a dual credit. Dual credit means you're going to earn high school credit as well as you're going to earn college credit, like AP calculus, but AP pre-calculus doesn't give you college credit. However, it is very important once you have this course, so you're going to have a really good shape transcript. Once you apply the universities, it's going to be counted, so take it. Okay, AP Pre-Calculus exam scores can also be used by college for math and science course placement among newly enrolling students. So depending on the colleges, there are some restrictions, of course. Okay, what is in AP Pre-Calculus? That's the most important part, I guess. So there are a lot of questions, guys. What is the difference between Pre-Calculus and AP Pre-Calculus? What's the difference? I would like to talk about this. About the course, first of all. So in AP Pre-Calculus, students explore everyday situations, or they do regular practice like algebra, modeling, or modeling real-world data, or exploring multiple representations. We're going to talk about. So these are the 4 different strategies in pre-calculus which is used. Okay, here's. And what about the outline? How it looks like? What we're going to learn throughout the semester. So there are 4 basic units. I could say them chapter, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. 1, 2, 3 are really basic for a kind of one step further for algebra 2, I could say. And unit 4 is a little bit different, guys. Functions involving parameters, vectors, and matrices. It is not in the test. However, this information will be needed in calculus. That's why we are giving this in AP Pre-Calculus. It is not in the test, no worries, but we're gonna cover it, of course. Any questions? Okay, so course at a glance. What are those? Course at a glance, unit 1, 2, 3, that's our focus, and unit 4 will not be tested in pre-calculus. So let's have a look shortly. What is unit 1? It's all about polynomials and rational functions. It's a little bit close to, I could say, algebra 2. There are a lot of topics overlapping each other, I could say. If you have a good, strong algebra 2, you're not gonna have any difficulty for unit 1. Unit 2. Unit 2 is all about exponentials and logarithm functions. Mostly we're gonna talk about their domain, their restrictions, their graphing and attributes. You're gonna see. We're gonna use a lot of graphic calculator in that part. Unit 3. Unit 3 is the major part of precalculus, which is trigonometry, guys. Trigonometric and polar functions. By the way, polar functions is not included in precalculus, but it is included in AP precalculus. That's the difference. That's one of the topic which includes in AP precalculus, not in regular traditional precalculus. It is not difficult, no worries, but of course, it's a new knowledge. Maybe you're not familiar. You're gonna take care of this. Okay, unit 1, 2, 3 are in the test. Unit 4 is not. It is not tested. Okay, here you go. What about the exam? We could talk this. So if you haven't taken the exam before, maybe you are not familiar with this. The AP Pre-Calculus exam, it is assessing student understanding of mathematical practices and learning objectives outlined unit 1 to 3, right? Very good. And exam is 3 hours long and includes multiple choice questions and free response questions. What are those? So when you have a look here in the table on the right, the details of the exam are given here. So there are 2 sections. We call section 1, section 2. In section 1 and 2, there are part A and B. What are those parts? When we call part A, it is about multiple all free response questions. So in the first, you see 28 and 12, which is 40 questions, multiple choice questions. And it is divided into 2, part A and B, which means calculator is not permitted, in the second calculator is allowed. So you could say that multiple choice, which is the part 1, so section 1, in part A and B, we have total of how many questions? 40 questions. Each of these are multiple. In the second section, it is, again, we have enough time, you see, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. We have just 2 questions in the part A, calculator allowed, 2 questions, no calculator section in 30 minutes. Okay, what's the logic? Just 2 questions. How comes they are given 30 questions? Of course, you can guess that it's a free response question. In a question, there could be some, like ABC questions, A, B, C, D, E, F questions. Typically, they are having 5, 6 questions in number 1 and number 2. In fact, but you should think that it is not a separate question, number A, B, C, D. In order to get number C question, you need to get number D. In order to get, you need to get C. You need to find C. It means that you need to solve the B and D. So step 1, step 2, step 3. So you can think that there is a long question, like 1-page question, part by part, they are evaluating your scores. So A, B, C, D, E, F. I don't think it's gonna go up to 8, but A to E, A to F, yeah, that's fine. So total of 3 hours again, 120 minutes, which is 2 hours here, and 1 hour here. Total of 3 hours. Of course, there's the break, no worries. Okay, bring AP Pre-Calculus to your school. So I guess you're already taking this course. I would like to talk about calculator, but okay. So be ready with approved calculators. If I can show you what calculators you have. I had a link somewhere here. Let me see. Yeah, let me share my screen once more with a College Board page so we can see easily what are the calculators allowed, what's the policy for calculator. Here you go. Okay. Again, this is an official page for College Board. So what are the calculators? What is the policy? So once you have time, look at it, it's very easy. What calculators you're using? It's allowed graphic calculator. That is the most important part, I guess. So there are different tests, AP tests like physics, mechanics, microeconomics, and others. Calculators are a lot. For AB calculus, AB and BC calculus is a lot. Also for AP pre-calculus is a lot. So the first brand I will suggest is Casio. If you have one, that's good. But look at the series numbers, you should choose the correct. And you should be a kind of familiar your calculator. Do not use any other calculators, okay? So Casio is the best, I could say, in the brand. HP is good. I could suggest, but and currently I'm using TI-84. TI means Texas Instruments, so that's really good. TI-84 I'm using. TI, you see a lot versions. TI-84 Plus, 85, TI Inspire, TI Inspire CX. They are very good. I could suggest, but Casio and TI, uh, that's the best, I guess. Yeah, do not use the others, so I don't suggest. We have others, you see. Once you have time, please look at the approved calculator technologies. Of course, you can easily guess what is allowed, what is not allowed. Phones, smartwatches, wearable technology, any kind, it is not allowed, right? Bluetooth capacities are not allowed. Okay, that's it. Let's be back to our slide here. Okay, reminders about exam day rules. This is important, I guess. There are some kids that are doing this. Students can't share calculators with other exam takers. You are responsible to get your calculator. If a student doesn't want to use a calculator, you have to sign opt-out form. Yeah, it's a must, like kind of. Without a calculator, you can solve some questions. They're very, very, very weird, like irrational numbers. Okay, so ensure you are ready for AP pre-calculus. So yeah, if you have already taken Algebra 1 and Geometry, I guess you have taken Algebra 2. Algebra 2 is key subject for us, guys. So it's a kind of check mark list that you can be familiar and you can check your knowledge. If you have any gap in these areas, please work on them, do some practice, and close the gap. That's it, I guess. So if you would like to get your phone and scan the codes, you can do that. There are a lot of here good information. AP Central course frame, interest form as well. Okay, guys, do you have any questions so far? Again, this is just a kind of open house. So if you have any questions, we can talk. But we're not gonna do a lot of plus and question today. I'm gonna show you some couple of questions that we can work together today. And then any questions related to AP tests, please let me know. Okay. Okay, I'll start with here you go. For today, guys, I have prepared some questions for you. We can work together. These are a kind of prerequisite questions. So what I mean here, so especially AP pre-calculus, I could say that 40 to 50% all about algebra 2, further algebra 2, we could say. And there are some prerequisite skills like factoring, like functions, like dominant range. You should be very good, very strong. So let us see some questions and solve together. Here, look at this question. It is very easy question, but I would like to show a logic to you how we can solve this kind of questions. So let me start slide share. So here you go. We have a function question here. So it's an exponential function here. 2 to the power x plus 3 to the power x equals 5 to the power x. So we have an equation we're gonna solve for x. What we can do. So let me give you some time, think on it. and then you can give your answer. Unmute yourself or chat. Put your answer in the chat. Go ahead. You can use your calculator for this question since it's a kind of, I don't want to give a hint for the first question. Go ahead. Okay, Albert, do you have any idea how we could start this question, or do you have an answer?
I don't have an answer, but what I have right now, or what I think you should do. So take log of x.
You mean
Or
logarithmic? Yeah, you can take the logarithm of to the power x plus to the. You mean both sides of logarithm, right?
yeah.
Okay, it makes sense. Go ahead.
Log
Let
base
me.
x.
Okay.
Log base x.
You mean log of 5 to the power x? You mean?
Yeah. Okay. But
What about the base? What base you're gonna take? Base 10, base any x,
yeah,
log of.
base x. Base x.
Okay, base x. Thank you. Okay, let me give you time. I guess you are working on it, so you need to get time. Go ahead.
Yeah. I can use a calculator, right?
Yeah, you need. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Okay. Would you like to share your solution with us? So, what was your first step? You got the logarithm of both sides, right?
Yeah.
I wonder really what is the next step?
I mean, on the right, you can take out the x, so it's 5.
You mean x log 5, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or No, wait. If it's, I don't remember too much, but is it on the right? Is it just 5? Oh, wait, no, that's the other way around. Sorry. If it's
Yeah.
X,
Yeah. What about on the left? Can we do something?
yeah, you can do X log 2x plus 2 to the X plus 3 to the X. Basically, same thing.
Okay, you can't. So you can't continue one more step. It's gonna be again, since it's an addition form, if it was a multiplication, we could do something like,
Yeah, but
you
it
remember
just,
the rule. We could use log A times B, which is log A. Sorry, yeah, log A plus log B, right?
yeah.
We could use, but it is inside the parentheses, it's already in addition, so we can't separate them.
Mhm.
Okay, it was a good start. If I were you, I will start with this.
Okay.
But once I have a look at this question, it is just very basic. 2, 3, not 5, the numbers. Can you make a guess which number x can be an answer?
1.
Yes. Trial and error method, right? Try and error method.
Mhm.
We're gonna try and we're gonna look it works or not. Try and error method. So if x is 1, so 2 to the power 1 equal plus 3 to the power 1, which is 5 to the power. Does it check? Yes. So could we say x is 1?
Yes.
Yes, that is an answer. Okay, it's an answer, but it is true. We cannot say wrong. But the question is this the only one answer? Do we have other answers? Okay, x is 1. We're good. It's in our pocket. It's in the solution set. Do we have any other x values which make the equation true? That is true. In this approach, it is a unique solution, but we need to prove that it's a unique solution. You understand what I mean?
Mhm.
So we got x is 1, but is this the only answer? First question, is this the unique answer? Second question, they are all together. How we can prove that this is the unique answer? We don't have any other answers. That's the question. In that time, I would prefer to use this algebra in a kind of graphing. So I guess I can graph it here somewhere here. It's a bit difficult to graph, but I will try my best. Okay, let me use 2 different color. It's gonna help. So on the left side, we have 2 to the power x and what is that? 3 power x. So I'm gonna use my graphic calculator, which is something like this. Okay, it's an increasing function from left to right. Okay, on the right side, we have 5 to the power x. It is the second one. Let me use a green color here. So it's gonna be something like that. They are look like intersecting, but they don't, since it's very small. Okay, something like this. So what do you see here? Okay, the green one, 5 to the power x, and the red one is the other portion, which is 2 to the power x, 3 to the power x. What you could say here? Can you read the graph? So there are 2 graphs here. They are both increasing, and what do you think? What we could say?
I mean, from the graph, there's one intersecting point. So
Yes, exactly. They are intersecting each other. Since it's an equation, we could say that there is only one solution here. Here. What is that solution? At the point of 1. And we said it is the value 5. You mentioned this. Okay. This is the point where the solution is, right? Let's say point P has coordinates 1, 5. Therefore, x is 1 is a solution. Is this only one answer? Okay. Why there is not any other answer? Okay, somehow these graphs are increasing up and up, right? Or decreasing from right to left, we could say. So is it only one? How we can say that they do not intersect at any other points? Because of what?
well,
Because this is an exponential function, right? Exponential functions are, we call one-to-one functions, which means from left to right, they are intersecting each other at a point. On the other right or left side of this intersection, they will not intersect anymore. So it is a unique solution, and x is only 1. X equals 1 is the only one solution. It's the unique solution since exponential functions are one-to-one. Graphically, when we examine, this point is a unique point. That's it. So I just want to show you here how we can approach the question. First, algebraically, you did very good. So you got the logarithm of both sides. It was my first approach as well. It didn't work somehow. Second step, we are using try and error method. Try and error method works very well, but we need to show that it is the unique answer. X is 1 is a solution. In the third, I put it in the graphic calculator. Even though you don't need the graphic calculator, you can draw it easily. We're gonna learn it. In the first semester, maybe you cover this topic. So exponential functions increasing from left to right. They're intersecting at a point, which means it is the unique point since they are one-to-one functions and they are intersecting only one point since they have different behaviors, we say. That's it. So x is 1 is the only solution. Does it make sense, Albert?
Yes, thank you.
If you want to get a copy, you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's do one more practice for factorization. I think the most important part for algebra 1, 2, it is the factorization, very important. Okay, let's see a question for algebra. Okay, problem 6, it's written factor a squared minus b squared plus 12b minus 36. I want you to factor out this. So it's a 4-term polynomial you're gonna factor out. Go ahead, let me give you time.
Would like just a number count as a term? Okay, then
Yeah, it's a term, it's a constant term, right?
yeah. Okay, then for a squared minus b squared, that would be a plus b times a minus b.
Albert, do you want to try on your own first?
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's not working, maybe you're gonna change your idea. So that's
Okay.
why. Let me give you time. You have time. Go ahead. Would you like to try, Albert?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, go ahead. What's your solution?
So 12 times in parentheses a plus b times in parentheses a minus b and times in parentheses b minus 3.
They are all in multiplication form, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got a plus
Oh, wait,
b,
no,
a
no,
minus
I'm sorry.
b.
I'm not,
But
I'm sorry. I wrote that in the wrong order.
Okay, so here it is a squared and negative 36.
A squared, negative
Oh,
36.
okay, so you mean, I got your point. You mean 12b and you factorize by 12, right? B minus 3.
Yeah.
Okay, but they are in addition form. So what I mean here,
Yeah,
a minus b, a plus b is okay.
and then plus 12 times.
12 times b
That's
minus 3. But what's the next
7.
step? It is not ineffective. We need to have one more step here.
Okay.
But you can see that the products are not in common, so we can't take the next step for factoring.
Mhm.
But I would suggest you here to start with the methods. So I've written on the right corner, you see there are three methods for factoring. First is grouping method. Second is using identities. The third is completing into square method. The first and second is very common, grouping and identities. And the identity that I'm gonna use is about, I could say a minus, okay, let me use another term like xy. Okay, what is x minus y squared? Do you remember this formula or identity? You can FOIL it or you can use just identity formula. Do you know that formula?
Yes.
X squared minus 2xy plus y squared. It is take the square root of first, take the square root of second, negative 2 times first and second. So I'm going to apply grouping and identities. The first I'm going to apply grouping a to the power 2 minus parentheses. All other three terms I'm going to put in parentheses and negative is taken out. B squared minus 12b plus 36. I take out negative sign here for each. So a squared is the same. So here it is. B squared minus 12b plus 36. How we can factorize this? B squared minus 2 times b times 6 plus 36 is 6 squared. So it applies the pattern. We see x is b, y is 6. So we could say that this is just b minus 6 squared. So it is b minus 6 squared. It's about identities once more. Okay, what's the next step? Next step is easier because we have another identity. I'm going to use again an identity which is x squared minus y squared. Do you remember this formula? X squared minus y squared.
Yes.
What is that? X minus y times x plus y. Why we need this? You see the power 2 minus power 2, so then we can apply. X is a, y is b minus 6 here. So x minus y is here times x plus y. So we're gonna back substitute here. Again, we can get here a minus b plus 6. In the second factor, we have this a plus b minus 6. So we could say that this is a factor form of the polynomial which is given in the question. Let me summarize, let me sum up. In the first, we group it. In the second, we use identities 2 times. First formula I've used, x minus y squared. Second formula I've used at the bottom, x squared minus y squared, which is given here. So if you apply the formula twice, you got the factored form, which is at the bottom. Okay, here you go. That's the final answer. You can take your notes, please. Okay, Albert, that's it for today. I don't want to deep dive the class. Just I would like to introduce the class, how it looks like, and you're gonna be familiar with the scope and sequence, I could say, the curriculum. And if you are taking already AP PreCalculus, there are some topics you have already covered in the first semester. If you haven't, we're gonna cover them all. But the point is here, the test. So this course is aimed to success in the test. So we're gonna be a little bit faster than usual time because it's a year-long class, but we're gonna do in the first semester. We haven't done, just we are doing in the second semester. It's gonna be just 12 weeks. It's gonna be intensive program. I believe we're gonna do good. Do you have any question, Albert, for us?